How's it going? Right, today we're going to take a look at quite an interesting game. It's called Conqueror AD 1086. And it's a really weird mix of SimCity 1, Lords of the Realm 1, Defender of the Crown, and a first-person CRPG, like an old-school first-person dungeon crawler. A really strange mix. It came out in 1995. It didn't review very well. I think it's kind of interesting to look at today, but I can see that in 1995 there were better games to play that were doing a similar sort of thing. Not quite the same mix of different genres that this game attempted, but I can see why it didn't review very well. But anyway, we'll get into it. I had to read a guide because there was a bunch of things in the game that didn't seem to make much sense, but I'll go through anyway and sort of explain the best way to play.
Of kings, a time of honor.
And we'll just watch this
I am a knight of the realm, the
3D
king's champion.
intro cinematic.
I led armies during times of
And because
war
we've been
and
playing a lot of
fought
DOS
bravely
games,
to
I look at
conquer
this
the
and I think,
king's
well, this
foes.
must have been impressive at the time, but 1995, it was probably just
With
okay.
our enemies vanquished, the land prospered and there was peace.
And despite having fairly mediocre gameplay, it's got really good
Chivalry
music in it.
flourished.
Really good menu
Once
music.
again, knights knew the excitement and thrill of the tournament.
Okay, we've
and the
got some
joust.
jousting, just like Defender of the Crown. It's also got
Greater challenges would lie ahead.
some similarities
Like the dread
to
dragon.
the character creation in
Scourge of the
Daggerfall.
Shires.
So we're going to make our own character. You can go with a pre-made character, but we'll make
Young
our own.
knight, I am old and tired. This land needs a new champion, a new conqueror.
Look at this 3D text. Conqueror
Your
AD
destiny
1086.
awaits.
All right, okay. Let's get into it. More 3D cinematics going on. I think this is gonna... Yeah, those were the credits. They must have been really proud of those because they've added them here to the menu screen where we can check them again. Just gonna edit the sound ever so slightly. Yeah. Right. Listen to that menu music. It's great. So there's a bunch of different mini games, I suppose, in the game, which you can practice here. If we click practice, we can practice each one. So the castle skirmish is the first person fighting. Then we have jousting, which is very similar to jousting in Defender of the Crown. Then we have the battles. The battles are very similar to battles in Lords of the Realm 1. And melee is, well, that's the same as the castle skirmishes. Melee is something that you can do at tournaments as well as jousting. So the jousting mechanic, well, actually, I'll explain that a bit later when we go and attempt it. Let's click exit. We're going to play a new game. We go. Right. You can select from a bunch of pre-generated characters. They're almost like different difficulties. If we go here, we've got well, Sir Norman here. It's random stats, and you might think, well, like what's the difference between this and creating your own character? His wealth is random as well. Whereas if you create your own character, your wealth is always, I think it's like 240 or 250 or something like that. We have various different amounts of money at the start of the game and stats, which sort of denotes difficulty. Although there's a mechanic in the game where you can try and win the favor of various different ladies at the tournament. And some of them will not like you if your stats and certain things are too high. So there's, for example, there's a lady where she won't like you if your piety is too high. And there's another one that won't like you if your honor is too high. So if you select this option here, Sir Goodman, You start with an awful lot of starting money and pretty good stats, very good stats to start with. But it locks off one of the ways of winning the game. So there's 2 ways of winning the game, which the game explains to you at some point. Can I go back? Because I want to create my own character. No, we'll stay in here. So you can either take over the map and eventually besiege London and you usurp the king and you become the king. That's one way of winning the game. The other way of winning the game is by killing the dragon. Now, to kill the dragon, you have to equip yourself with special dragon fighting armor and weapons. And the only way to find some of those armor and weapons is to win the favor of certain ladies at the tournament. So if your stats are too high to do that for some of those ladies, you can't win that way. Which sort of locks off the sort of dragon slaying victory. We can select a color here. I'll select red. We'll call ourselves Sir Copper. We'll generate a new character. So this is the part that reminds me of Daggerfall. So I'm going to re-roll my stats. You probably want all your stats in the teens. And I will go through and explain what each stat does once we've achieved that. If this takes me too long, then I will put an edit in here. Let's keep going. Getting some terrible rolls here. This will do. Right, okay. So strength is how much damage you do when you're melee fighting, which only really influences the tournament and the castle sieges. Your dexterity, I think, is how well you do at jousting. I think that must affect the size of the hitbox that you need to hit when you're doing the joust. Piety lets you build churches and monasteries. If your piety isn't high enough, you won't be able to build a church or a monastery. And building those is quite important for something that I'll get into when we get to the sort of the town building part of the game. Stamina is your hit points, and honor is to do with which or how easy it is to win the favor of different ladies at the tournament. But it can be too high. If your honor's too high, there are going to be certain ladies that are not interested in you. Our age is 12 here. It's going to change as we sort of answer these questions, and I think we will end up starting the game at the age of 18. You need to win the game before you're 30 years old, I think. But anyway, we're going to stick with these stats. Now we've got to answer some questions. This is the part that sort of reminds me of Daggerfall. So while you are hunting in the woods with your father, an enraged wild boar barrels out of the brush and heads towards you. Its razor-sharp tusks seem pointed at you. Your father yells, "Run!" turns on his heel, and with great speed heads in the opposite direction. Do you pull out your dagger and attack the boar? 2, snare it with a rope that you are currently carrying, or 3, turn and run like your father. I'm going to pull out my dagger and I'm going to try and kill it. Yeah, I'll try and kill it. Using only your dagger, you attack the charging boar and efficiently kill it. So that just raised my might. So depending on what you answer here, it's going to affect your stats or your amount of money you start with. And you don't always get the same outcome. Even so, if you try to create another character and you ask the same question and you choose the same answer, you might not get the same outcome. So I believe choosing to fight the boar, there's a dice roll going on in the background. I might have failed, and maybe I was wounded trying to fight the boar, and it would have lowered my stats. So there's no right or wrong answer really to some of these questions. So great, right, we'll continue. So now we're 14. You are at mass with your lord, and you notice him pinching a few coins from the church plate. He sees you and grunts that it is really his tax money anyway. Do you tell the priest, tell your lord that you will keep quiet if he provides you with a share of the loot, or pretend that you did not notice? So you can sort of guess what's going to happen here. So if we tell the priest, it's probably going to raise our piety. if we sort of blackmail at the Lord, we're going to increase our starting wealth, but it might hurt our honor. And again, if we pretend and we do nothing, maybe it won't change anything. So I'm not too fussed about our starting money, so I'm going to tell the priest. Okay, so I think my piety went up. So after Mass, you inform the priest of your overlord's actions. He responds by saying, I have long suspected that the overlord was stealing from the collection plate, but I had no proof of it. I will ask the diocese bishop to reprimand him for his actions. Okay. Right, we're now 15. You are given information on the location of a hidden gold chalice on your overlord's land. You succeed in locating the treasure and realize that it bears the crest of your overlord's family. Do you keep the chalice, sell the chalice, or return the chalice to your overlord? Since we're going to be overthrowing our overlord anyway, I'm going to sell the chalice. Right. You take the chalice to market, but nobody, not even your overlord, wants it after the goldsmith declares that it is not made of real gold. You are stuck carrying around a pretty but worthless cup. Alright. While you are out in the forest, you find an abandoned baby boy. Do you, 1, stop and pick him up to raise him for your own? 2, take him to the nearest church and leave him on the doorstep? Or 3, leave him lying where he is in the woods? I think we'll take him to the church. You pick up the baby and carry him to the nearest town, which is several hours' journey away. You place him on the church doorway, knock loudly several times on the church door, and wait a few minutes. Anxious to go on with your journey, you leave the baby carefully bundled on the church steps. Hopefully the baby turned out okay. All right, we're 17. During your travels, you foolishly squander all your money at ale halls and on pretty maids. Penniless and hungry, you decide to get your food by poaching in the abbot's woods until you receive next month's allowance. While you are out poaching, you are caught by an elderly priest. Knowing that poaching may be punishable by death, do you 1, bribe the priest, promising to provide him something in the future if he lets you go? Beg for mercy or run? I'm going to beg for mercy. You fall on your knees and say, have mercy on me, Father. I know that poaching is wrong and I deserve punishment, but I am penniless and hungry, and the only reason why I poached is so I will not starve. Please forgive me. I will not poach again. The priest looks down on you with kindness and warmth and says, come to the monastery with me. We always have food for the hungry, and if you need shelter, we can provide that for you as well. Okay. So our stamina's gone up, our strength's gone up as well, as looks like.
I dub you knight and protect.
Here we are. So I believe this is King William.
May you use the gifts bestowed upon you to serve this kingdom with honor and chivalry, as befits a knight.
So we were made a knight for reasons that are not explained. And poor King William there has no idea what he has just done, because we are going to try and usurp him. Right. So it tells us here, there are 2 courses you may pursue, my son. Raise a strong army and storm the castles of your rivals, conquering their lands and carving a fief of your own. Perhaps you will grow strong enough to challenge the king in London and usurp his crown. Or strengthen your fief, then travel to the monthly tournaments, searching for information and items that will help you to slay the dread dragon and earn the title of King's Champion. Right, so this is our village. Every village in the game can be visited, and you will get this screen here. There's a few things we can do here. You can go to the inn. We can talk to people at the end. I think at the start of the game, they don't really want to talk to us.
Pardon, I am speaking with Richard here.
Yeah, okay, so as you wish, I shall take my leave. So Hugh doesn't want to talk to us. I don't think any of them really want to talk to us at the start of the game. Some of them can give you information that may lead you to important items. And as I've travelled around the game world, when I've gone into inns, there's never been anybody in there apart from the barkeeper. So I don't know if these people move around the map or if they are only ever present in your starting village's inn. But they don't seem to be that important anyway. We'll leave the inn. There we go. We have a money lender here. Now, the interest rate on the money that lent is 50%. 50% interest. Sounds terrible, but actually, considering how easily we can make money when we know what we're doing, it's worth it. So I am in want of money.
How about 20 shillings?
No, so we need more than that. Well, I really need more than that. That'd be fine. What are your terms? So I've changed my mind. So the way it works is you need to pay him back, I think, by June each year. And if you don't, he sends a collector after you. If you're strong enough, you can fight the collector and not have to pay the money back. But I'm going to say I really need more than that.
You name the amount.
200 shillings is what I need.
200 shillings is what some people earn in a lifetime.
Yep.
Enjoy it, whatever you do. But keep in mind that Harvest Day is going to be an important day for you in more ways than one.
Yeah, so the voice acting is quite nice. I certainly will, thanks. So we'll take the money. There's Blacksmith here. Blacksmiths are the only way to find some of the best items in the game, I think not related to slaying the dragon. So I think there are 3 swords that you can only find at the blacksmiths. The other swords you can find for free when you sort of fight in the castles. So if we select him here.
How can I help you, laddie?
Just look at the weapons. Do not mind me. Let's click here.
My thrifty Sassenach. Either make a purchase or strike the cobblestones.
Okay, if I say I'll take my leave. There must be... Ah, here they are. They're on the wall here. So click the weapons up here. So we can see what he's got for sale. If we had picked up weapons as loot when attacking a castle, I believe we can come and sell them here at the blacksmith. Lots of different weapons and armor here. None of them look to be that special. And we can't really afford them anyway because we need to build up our village to generate us some income. Is there anything else we can select here? I don't think. We can either interact with him or we can look at the weapons and armor. We'll exit. There's a church as well. You can talk to the priest.
Good day, my son. How may I help you?
You can get a blessing from him for the upcoming joust, which I think improves your... it might improve your honor and piety briefly. You can get him to do other things, but from what I've read online, they don't do anything. That is a common theme in this game. There's an awful lot of things you can do in this game, and they're either completely not worth doing, or they have absolutely no effect. Which is a shame, but I'm going to tell him that I didn't mean to enter the church. I entered by accident. So, let's... if we leave to go travel, we come to the world map. We start off on March the 16th, and time's going to slowly tick by. It's going to go very quickly when we're on 1 times time. We can see that we've got a population of 1,200, and we've got a wealth of 440 shillings. The game gives us a mission here. It says, raise an army and prepare it for battle. There is a company of brigands rampaging through the realm. Eliminate them by August. We can do this. I think you can ignore it if you want. This is them on the map here. You see this sort of white little icon that's moving around. That's the brigands. This is our starting fief. The white dots are villages that we can attack and take over. These squares with the arrows pointing down are fiefs / castles that we can attack and take over, but they are much harder. If we approach one of these castles, an army will spawn and it will come out to try and meet us, and it will usually get to us and start a battle before we can get close enough to start a siege. But anyway, let's manage our village. So we'll click village here. No, sorry, we're not going to jump into our village this way. We want to check our home. So I click home. Now we're inside our castle. We've got a bunch of different options here. We can click this to go back to the map. We can go to the castle builder to build a castle, which is what we'll do straight away. Now, there's not a whole lot of point in most of this here. There are some things that are important, and the rest of it can be ignored. So what you build, so like if you built a great hall and a guardhouse and a gatehouse and a storehouse, if you fight inside your castle, let's say you're in your castle and it gets besieged, that will change the layout of the castle, but how you build that layout on this map won't change that. Okay, so if you add sort of a guardhouse and a great hall, they will exist somewhere in the first person map, but the layout that you build it on this map they don't correlate. But we have down here productivity, which is at 50%. Now, we want to get this as high as possible, and to do that, there's various different things we can do. So on the castle screen, we are going to hire a steward, a beadle, and a priest. So those are all going to increase our productivity. We've already got it up to 70%. The game would let you hire more, but they won't then affect your productivity. So there's absolutely no point in hiring more than one steward or priest or beadle. Same with the guards and the guard captains. I have no idea what they do, and apparently they do nothing apart from cost you money. Now, we do want to build something here, so I'm going to build a tower. We'll build that anyway. We'll just plonk it down there. And that's it. We're done here. We don't need to do anything else. Now, we will take a hit to productivity if we don't provide the priest, the beadle, and the steward with a servant's room. But we don't need to build that until June, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. So we're going to click OK here. And then we're going to move on. So we've got 3 books here. One's going to let us manage our farms, one's going to let us manage our village, and one's going to let us manage the forest. We can only build farms in March, so it's quite important to get on and get this done. So we've got a whole bunch of different farms that we can build here, and only 2 of them are of any use. So you want at least 1 farm for every 100 population you've got. If you don't have that, then you're going to take a hit, a penalty to your population growth. So we want to build at least 12 farms, but as soon as we're out of March, we can't build any more, and our population is going to be increasing. So we probably want to build at least 14 farms, okay? Now, if the game doesn't explain this to you, but beans affect the overall fertility of all the farms. So 25% of the farms you place need to be beans. If they're not, then that will hit your productivity. These vegetables, fruit, grain, they all produce a certain amount of income over the course of the year. The best one to build is vegetables. There's no point in building fruit or grain. Likewise, livestock, horses, and granary, again, they don't affect your productivity, and they're not worth building over vegetables. Vegetables make you the most money. There's absolutely no point in building anything else. That's a real shame. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, you can also build roads. If you right-click, you can sort of change them. So you could make this look kind of pretty by placing roads and livestock farms and horses and granaries, but there's no point. There's absolutely no point. So if you want to do it, that's absolutely fine. But if you just care about being efficient, then what we're going to do is we're going to place 4 bean farms, and around each one we will surround it with vegetable patches. So we'll do this. Now we shouldn't run out of money here. Each farm requires some serfs to man as well, but as you can see there, we've got loads. We've got 530 there. I need to do a few more, don't I? So let's do this. I'll do these, and I need 1 more bean, and that should be enough for this first year. So you can see that our revenue from these farms is going to be about 180, and our monthly expenses is only 80. I think if we build roads, that incurs a cost. So if I built this here, yeah. So for each road you build, your expenses go up by 6. And they don't do anything. They don't affect your productivity. They don't generate any money. All they do is cost you money and look nice. So, but that's the farming screen. So we've got enough farms now for a population of 1,600. Yeah, so we're all good on that front. Let's now click OK. Now we will manage the village. And the village is pretty much the same again. So we've got all these different things we can build. We can build a mill, a tavern, a bakery, an inn. None of them do anything. Some of them generate a little bit of income. Some of them won't generate more income than that they're going to cost you in expenses. The only things you want to build are a monastery, a church when you can afford it. It's quite expensive. It's going to cost us 600. A church will increase our productivity, and so will the monastery. And houses, you need one house for every 100 population, and it works similar to the fields. So we can build houses throughout the year, though, so we don't have to plan as far ahead as we did with the fields. But I'm going to place down enough houses that my population are going to be happy for a little while. So we'll do some here. Put these in here. So it sort of reminds me a little bit of the very first Sim City, where there's a whole bunch of buildings that don't really do anything, but you build them anyway just to make the map look nice. So that's enough for a population of 1,200. We'll build a few more. There we go. Now, how much money have I got left? I've still got 312 shillings. Now, when I've got enough money, I would come back and build the church. Although you could probably argue it might not be worth it. It is really expensive, and it only gives us an extra 5% productivity. But yeah, if you want to, you can go ahead and build some of these buildings. They do all look different. So you could make your village look really nice if you care about that. But as far as the gameplay mechanics are concerned, completely pointless. So, right. Our revenue from rent is 16, and our tax revenue is 8. I'm going to click OK, and now we're going to manage the forest. The forest is the same as everything else. The best thing to do here is to just cut timber. If we can have one wood ward, that's going to increase our productivity up to 90%. If I was to hire a second one, it costs me the expenses, but it doesn't do anything to productivity. There's no point in having more than one. So we'll fire that guy. Cutting timber, it's like a building. So think of it like setting up a plantation. If I build it, they're going to generate me income. So I've got 4 here. You can see that it's using up serfs, and we're now making more money than we're expending on expenses. These pay for themselves after 1 month. So you can see that they cost us 5, and they're making us, after 1 month, they've paid for themselves. The mines cost 400 each. The iron mine, I think, takes more than 2 years to pay back the initial investment. It's just not worth it. There's no point. There's absolutely no point in building it. It doesn't give you any other bonus. It doesn't increase productivity. Same with hiring a prospector. The prospector, he costs you money, but he doesn't increase productivity. He doesn't make your mines make any more money. You would think that maybe that would be the mechanic, but it's not. I have no idea why the prospector even exists. The only one that might be worth getting is the gold mine. It still takes about a year to pay for itself, but it brings in a reasonable amount of money. But if you've got serfs, they're better off just working in vegetable fields. That's the best way to make money that I found. So, yeah. I think the only reason why you would build this up here is if you ran out of room on the map where you build your vegetable fields, because you do have a limited amount of space here. I think I can use the arrow keys to look around. Yeah, fair amount of space, but it is limited. But anyway, I've got my productivity up to 90%. Productivity, I think, just generally affects the overall sort of revenue you make from your various different revenue sources. So you can get it to 100%, but to do that, we'd need to build the church, and we just don't have enough money. So since we've got some money left over, I think we might as well go back and build some more farms. We'll come in here and we'll get our beans in. Do that. Probably get some more up here. This should generate us a fair amount of money and vegetables. Now, you're going to use your money to hire your armies and pay their upkeep. That's pretty much the only thing you use money for. You can hire spies, but I'll get to that screen in a minute. Let's build this up a little bit first. All right, plenty of fields here. How much money have I got left? Loads of money. My serfs are slowly being used up. Now, I'm going to need serfs to hire an army. So I think it's 100 serfs per unit that I hire. So I'm going to leave these 200 here. I could build a few. I could build 3 more. I'll leave them there. Anyway, so we're making a reasonable amount of money now. So oh no, serfs available. I've got 385. Let's build a few more fields. Let's build one here and one here. You can see how I'm quickly using up the space. Put the beans in, so as to not affect our overall productivity. Yeah, this seems to be good. We'll put this in here just to even it out. There we go, and we've still got 300 guys left. And since I've got money, let's build a few more houses. And see, it says price 0 here, but they do cost us money to build, I'm pretty sure. If I click here, yeah, they're costing me 2 shillings each to build. There we go, and we're not making a huge amount of revenue from them. There we go. It costs us to clear the land as well. I think, yeah, maybe the houses don't cost us anything, but it's the clear the land that's costing us money. If I built a house here, for example, it won't cost me anything. Yeah, there we go. I think maybe the amount of money we make from the houses will go up the higher our population, possibly. Tax rate is you start the game with a tax rate of 10%. Anything over 10%, I think it starts to hurt your productivity. So it's already set to the ideal amount, really. We can leave it where it is. Now, the AI isn't going to come out and attack you at the start of the game, so you don't really have to worry about that. They will only start to send armies towards our little fief here, our little, well, a village. We don't start with a fief, we start with a village. They will only start trying to attack it if you start attacking them, so you don't have to sort of panic at the start of the game trying to do things. We've got a few other things we can do here. We've got an overview book that just views some certain stats. We can see how old we are. We don't have a wife. We can see our wealth. And various different things here. It's like a political thing where we can see all the different villages we own and what their populations are. What else have we got? Economy. So we can see that our farms are making us the most money. Our castle is costing us a little bit of money. That all looks fairly fine. And what do we have here? Personal, which is just another view of our stats. As we fight, we will gain sword experience as well. So you do slowly get better and stronger as you carry out various different tasks in the game. I'll exit here. We've got orders. This just shows us our current missions. We can see that our lord has ordered us to take out the brigands. We might do that if they get close enough to us. I'm going to hire... I'll hire 2... 1 unit of swordsmen and 1 unit of halberdiers. Swordsmen beat halberdiers, halberdiers beat knights, and knights beat swordsmen. So it's a real simple stone, paper, scissors arrangement with these. Our population is 1,000. Yeah, serfs 100. So if I right click, there we go. Yeah, okay. So we could hire a few more serfs, but we won't. This will do. This will do as well. We could get some knights, couldn't we? Can we afford that? Yeah. All right. We'll get a small mixed army here just in case we get attacked. Now, to siege a village, you do need. You can't just go with your lord. Your lord is. I'm going to show you in a second. The lord is on the map as an icon. To be able to attack a village and take it over, you have to have him linked up with an army. So at least one of these guys. So I'll click OK. And we'll exit out to the main map. So you can see here that we've got our army and we've got our lord. I'll select my lord and I'll tell him to join up with the army. So army 1, yeah, we want to link them up. I'll say yes, now they're 1. Now you plot a route by left clicking, and you're going to move faster by moving through a road. So let's do that now. And we want to attack a village, so we're going to look for a village to go to. I think we'll attack the village that's down here. Can only attack the ones that are a white dot. This is a village. Even though there's a castle here, it is a village. Only the these ones up here are a main town. Can't take over these little villages. Can only take over the ones that are an actual white dot on the map. Now, strangely, when you speed up the time, your army moves faster than the increase in time, if that makes sense. So let's say there's a tournament and it's really far away. What you want to do is you want to plot a path there, and you want to turn the timer up to the highest it will go. You will get there in less time than if you walked at 1 time speed, if that makes sense. So your movement to time passing is more efficient the faster that time is ticking past, which I can appreciate is a bit unusual, but it is what it is. So there is a tournament in Windsor. We're just not going to be able to get there in time because we are going to attack this castle. Since it's just a village, an army isn't going to come out to meet us. Here you go. I'm not on the road now, so I'm moving slower. I want to come up to this castle here. Come on, I'll speed time up to get there a bit faster. There we go. And we can attack it. So with one of your best men, you enter the castle of Nottingham. Now, we're going to have to sort of cheese this a little bit. So, look at this. Here we go. This is probably my favourite part of the game. This plays like an old school dungeon crawler. Our men come with us. We don't want... I'm just going to tell them to defend.
Defend your positions.
And I'm going to go in. And I'm going to try and cheese this fight. There we go. Got a hit on him. Right, that's one down. And here we go. Come on. Ooh. So we're already up to 580 shillings. So we made quite a bit of money as we moved through. No need. Don't bring your guys with you. Just tell them to defend here.
Positions.
If they die, then they actually die in the army. They disappear from the army. We can find loot here in this castle, so it's worth exploring. You win when you kill the commander. He's harder than the rest to kill, but let's have a little look through here. We can heal up. So we can... This here is an ale. If we drink the ale, we will heal up. And here we go. Here's a weapon. Here's a bit of loot. So I've just found it. A horseman's axe. There's no way in the game of really telling if one weapon is better than another, so it's best to just look it up online. There's a guide you can find online. You can look down by using the numpad, and we can break these items over. That's food. We could eat that and heal up. But I really like games that have this old school dungeon crawling kind of aesthetic to them. It definitely doesn't control as nice as Daggerfall. It's probably got more in common with Arena than Daggerfall, but I quite like it. Right, let's get this guy here. Alright, so it took some damage, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. Alright, so if we want to heal up, we just need to go back and eat that food that's on the ground there. That 60-second rule. We eat it. Now we're back up to full health. I think loot is marked by grey icons. Rather annoyingly, when you kill someone, their icon doesn't disappear from the map. I don't know what the gold... That's a torch. You can interact with the torches, and sometimes they open doors. And sometimes they do weird things like that, which I think is a bug. So I right-clicked on the torch. It made another torch appear next to it for some reason, and it closed this door, but I can just right-click on the door to open it. I don't know if they intended for this to work as some sort of secrets mechanic, but yeah, I don't know. if I click on this torch here, it can cause all hell to break loose. Like a third torch will appear and all the doors just start opening and closing like randomly. And I assume it must be a bug, so I won't do that anyway. Let's check this out. I've got a storeroom here. I can break these barrels open. I don't think you can find weapons in barrels. Loads of food in here. We'll remember this if we need to come back for some health. Right, let's go in here. Right, this is the main hall, I think. So this is what I mean by the castle. Like when you build the castle on the castle building screen, if we built a main hall, great hall, it would exist somewhere on this map like this. But the layout of this map does not correspond to like the layout that you build the castle on the castle building screen. Like they're completely unrelated. Now, we're taking a reasonable amount of damage here. I'm gonna be careful. There we go, we got him. Right, we need to heal up. Let's see here. Can we take these shields? I don't think we... You find a dragon shield. You feel better protected. Alright, so we're using a shield now. We take... Okay, so we already have it, so maybe we can't pick up multiple shields. I'm pretty sure we can sell the spare weapons at the blacksmith. At least the guide I was reading said I could. Right, we'll drink the ale. We'll eat the food. What else have we got? We've got some food on the floor here. You don't need to be that close to it to eat it. There we go. Alright, we weren't able to fully heal, but it's okay. Let's keep exploring. You want to try and find as many guards as you can and kill them, because it's all going to help level up your amount of damage you do. We'll eat one of these. Right, we're at full health. To remember there's food in there. Anybody in here? No, it's a tiny little room. But out here, look, oh, there's a window. Look at that. That's quite nice. Look out the window. This is going to take us around the outside, I think. Yeah, is there anybody here? This will take us back near the start, I think. All right, we've got another guy to attack in here. Right. So we can get hits in, and we can just sort of run back. There we go. Quite fairly easy to do. Go on then. Once we've cleared this out and we've killed the main guy, this village will then be ours, and we can manage it just like I was managing that other village earlier in the game. Oh, here are some crossbow bolts. You can get a crossbow and use it. Useful early in the game if you've got a character that's got quite bad stats. Finding a crossbow and using that here can be quite good, but we're okay fighting like this. So you can see it's already quite easy, and we don't even have any special gear, or we haven't found any of the better weapons in the game yet either. So I think we've got a guy behind here. Yeah. Okay, get him. And it's possible as well, if you find enough good armor, the chance to take damage can go to 0%, which is a bit broken as well. There we go. Right, we've got a crossbow. If you want to change your weapon, I think you just click here. There you go. So we could try out the horseman's axe. I don't know if it's any better than my sword. Look, I didn't realize that. So we can do different attacks. We can sort of swipe to the left, swipe to the right. I don't know what that does. It does like a low attack, and that does a high attack. It's almost like playing Chivalry. Right, let's keep going. Right, there's a barrel here. I've never found anything other than food in the barrels, so I don't think you can find weapons or anything in there. Let's check this out. Yeah, I think the music and the sound effects for this game are quite good. So I like them. Nobody in here. Oh, more crossbow bolts. Take them. And another crossbow. You already have a light crossbow. Maybe you can't carry more than one of each weapon, maybe. But we'll see how many hits it takes us to kill somebody with the... Right, so that's the main dude. Shut the door there. Can he open the door? Oh, he can open the door. We want to get a bit more space to fight him. Ooh. stuck. I'm stuck. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Run this way. Oh, God. Run. Alright, run away. Right, we can eat. Let's go through here. They won't, like, constantly follow you. They will sort of get lost, I think. And then they'll just sort of mill about. Where did we have some spare food to eat? Was there some in here? Yeah, there's probably some in here. Let's break these open. I might not have to get so close to break stuff open. There we go. Yeah. No food. What is this? Oh, look at all these pots. There we go. Nothing. What's in here? We already killed somebody in here, didn't we? Yeah. Dead as a door now. I'll take this back there. Okay, we haven't explored this room. Anybody in here? There is. It shouldn't be too difficult to take out, though. Alright, only 2 hits. Okay, the horseman's axe seems to be better than the sword we started with. Let's eat that. Strange that those are broken. Maybe he decided to destroy those in his boredom. Let's take this. More food. Alright. Take that out. Let's open this. Go around here. Yeah, I don't think we'll be completing this. I just want to show off all the mechanics, so we'll put together a bit of a larger army, and we'll see if we can take out an enemy lord's army, and then we'll take out his main castle. Then hopefully we can go off and do some jousting. And once I've done that, that is pretty much all the content the game has to offer. The dragon flies around the map, and he sort of burns the fields, and looks like I have a secret area back here. I think the castles can have secret locations. Looks like there is one around here somewhere. I don't know how we're going to get into it. Can we interact with that? No. Go through here. Yeah, this looks like there's... Maybe it's just a closed off area. Maybe we can't get in there. Or can't we? Is the wall open somehow? Dare I click this? That's what I mean by I'm wondering if it's bugged. I don't know. Maybe that's perfectly normal intended behavior for the game. I don't know. And yeah, I don't think I can get it to stop. So we'll just go through and ignore that. Forget that we did that. Oh, right. Did we pop into the room there? It looked like there was a green... Ah, look, we found a secret. We found a secret. Right, what is in here? Nothing there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, there's traps. I didn't know there were traps in the game. Okay, we've got some money here. All right, so there are secrets in the castle. Bag of coins. Okay, don't think that's worth taking any damage for, and we've already got a crossbow. Wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth it for the damage we took. Right, there was a room with a load of food in it somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. Is it in here? Oh, more crossbow bolts. We'll take those. Food in here. Just conscious that we're fairly near where the main lord was, aren't we? Or is he around here? Yeah, he's here. Let's take this guy out. He went invisible there for a second. Right. Yeah, see, I'm wondering. We go back into here. Yeah, we've got more crossbow bolts. I'm sorry about that constant flicking. I appreciate that is a little bit annoying. Right, there's nothing hidden there. What about in here? Okay. Oh, another bag of coins. Hardly any money in there. Right, let's take this out. Any food? Any supplies? Any more gold? No. It's criminal. Games shouldn't be allowed to do it. Have empty bots and crates and things like that that you take the time to bash open. Shouldn't be allowed. But that's not a door, is it? No. Just, let's go around here. We can drink this. Yeah. Can we get behind these? Is that going to open up anything if I click on it? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think there are ones style. Oh, there's the main dude. Alright, let's try and finish him off. I have to kite him a little bit. When he stops disappearing. Right. Abby at ya. Right, go around here. Come on. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, it's just a mere flesh wound. Alright, let's get back here. He's parrying our attacks. Go through the door. Come on, let's bait him through. Get him in a choke point. Alright, let's get back through here. And where is he? I think we only got one hit on him so far. Maybe we're better off with the sword. Alright, so he is the last enemy left. Oh, it's just a scratch. Oh god, we might die. Run. Quick, go through. Right, we need to find some food. Alright, I think we were better off with the... Oh, we could use the crossbow actually, couldn't we? I won't resort to that just yet. Right, there was a room back here that we haven't explored yet. I think it's through here. No, we've been in here. There was a room with a lot of food in it, wasn't there? There was another room that was filled with tables that we haven't... tables with food that we haven't consumed yet. Is it this way? Yeah, it's not... Is it in here? Yes, here we go. It's time to feast. Okay, there wasn't as much in here as I thought. Okay, we're back to half health. Look, he's on the move. I can see his dot moving around. No, so I think your cursor will go green if you find like a secret. Okay, so we can't get in that way. Let's have a look here. Any way in here? No. Almost certain we must be able to get into the dark area around here somehow. Let's try this hallway. I think the entrance... The last secret area we had, the entrance was through here, wasn't it? There we go. Alright, where did that open up? Here? There we are. Right, we need to watch out for spikes on the floor. Look down. I'm assuming we can see the spikes before we walk into them. Could be instant death. Oh, look, we found some armor. What have we got here? You find a chain. Havberg, you feel better protected. All right, so that might have been better than what we've got. I don't know how we choose what we want to wear. Oh, we've got a helmet as well. You find a great war helm. Nice. All right, that's great. We are better protected. We are at half health though, so we're going to have to... I'm pretty sure we've explored the whole castle now, haven't we? Like, there are doors that we haven't opened, but we've been in the rooms. Right, where is he? Where's the Lord? We're just gonna have to do our best against him. I think he's back this way, isn't he? See blue dots moving around. Don't want to... Is that him? No. Wait, is there more castle back here? No, that's just the outside. Okay. Alright, that's him. Alright. We should be better protected now. There he is. Let's see if we can get him in here. Woo! Let's fall back. Lord is out of range. There we go. Got us fighting in the main hall. He's a pretty tough fight. We're not getting any hits on him. Maybe we need to do side swipes. Ooh, I'm feeling pretty poorly apparently. Go through the door, run past him. Alright. Let me get the crossbow out. Oh, there we go. We got a hit on him. Okay, this feels a little bit cheesy. He parried that. Ah, we killed him. Right, we're going to leave. You are successful. Okay, so we've got another village under our belt. Look at this. You have taken the enemy castles there. Right, so now we're here. I think we can... Oh, it's in ruins. Look at it. If I hit home, can we manage here? Got 578 shillings. If I go to farm, I don't think we can do anything on farm. Yeah, can you see these are grayed out now? Just click OK. Castle. I think this is our home castle. Okay. So maybe we can't manage. We don't manage each independent village. Yeah, okay. But if I check out this and we go to battles 1, 2, yeah. So it's increased our population, number of villages too, village population. Maybe that just lets us hire more men. Let's just see how many men have we got available to hire into an army now. Click. I owe 300 money, which I need to pay back at some point. I'm aware of that. War planning. Yeah, so my total population 1,200. So maybe... Yeah, I wonder why I can't hire from this new village then. Because the population here is 1,000, isn't it? At least it says it was. Yeah. Village census 1,000. Yeah, doesn't look like we can do anything special here to manage it. Oh, there we go. It's all popped back. If I if I select village now, I can go to the village. Let's go to the blacksmith and see what we can sell. There's no blacksmith here. Buy. Is there an option to sell stuff? Basic axe, dagger, spiked mace, war helm. So knight's sword, we've got one, so we could sell it, but I'll keep it. The horseman's axe, I think we'll sell that. Yeah, and we only had one, we didn't have multiple of them. And what armor have I got? So I could sell this, it looks like I'm not using this. Picked up that, I can probably sell that because I've got my other helmet as well. Decorative shield, this artistic masterpiece of a shield is triangular in shape, sports a beautifully painted dragon, is made from sturdy material, and provides good protection to the bearer's body. So what's this one then? This shield is designed specifically for jousting. Okay, so we probably don't want to sell that. It is yeah, so... Alright, I'll leave that as it is. Right, we're up to 1,000 wealth. No blacksmith here to talk to though, which is rather strange. But that seems to be the case for most of the villages you visit, like the inn. Yeah, look, see, no patrons, just a barkeep. Does he have anything interesting to say?
Can I get you something?
Can I get you something? No, we're good. And And there's no church here either, is there? Okay. There's another money lender. We don't need to borrow any more money. Right, let's move out. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we can't... Ah, so there isn't... Yeah, village would just take us into the village. And home just lets us manage our home. Yeah, I don't think we can... Serfs used... Interesting. Yeah, okay. So maybe we just make tax revenue from that new village. I wonder if that's listed anywhere in here. Villages 2... Nottingham, village population 1,000. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything useful, does it? Economy. Money earned by conquest, 60. Wealth, yep. Exit that. What about this last one? This is all personal stuff, isn't it? We can see all the items that we've got here. Well, we've still got that golden chalice. I wonder what that... Maybe that's got something to do with the dragon. Yeah, okay, so I probably want to put together a bit more of an army. I think total serfs available, yeah, 396. So that has only come from the population growth of... Yeah, I can't remember how many serfs we had available when we had finished hiring men before. Maybe taking that village has made more serfs available, but what we can do is we'll hire... This army is too far from home to reinforce. Ah, okay, so we could create another army. I think what we'll do is we'll go back home. We'll go back home, and then I'll hopefully be able to show off the army mechanics or the fighting mechanics. Let's plot the path back home. The map here looks a little bit like Open TTD, doesn't it? The Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Go back here. Want to get back home because the enemy lord might start sending out armies towards us. Now we've upset him. And what's the month here? January, February, March. So it's only April. Let's turn this up. Yeah, it goes way up. Right, and then we want to turn it all the way down again. Right, now we're back home. Let's hire more men. Yeah, we've got 396 available. We'll get one more of each. But there still probably isn't enough to attack a castle, I don't think. But we can cheese it, I think. There is a way of cheesing it. So what we could do is we will take one less of them. Now we'll go to Army 2. And what we'll do is we will get Army 2 here. Click OK. I might fail at this miserably. But, so we've got Army 1. Which is... how do I know which one is which? Move to here. Yeah, I think this is our... This isn't our main army, is it? Doesn't say, don't think. Army 1 with a force of 2 swordsmen, 2 knights, 1 helder with circle would like to leave this. No. Okay, let's select. I think this is us here, isn't it? So let's plot our own route. Now you can cheese the taking over of the main castles. I do want to show you what a battle is like, but essentially we need to get our main lord and his army to the castle without being intercepted by the enemy army. So you can use 2 armies to do that. We can move a sort of distraction army up and get the enemy army out moving towards that. And while it's doing that, we'll move around from the back. So what we'll do is we'll... is there a long way around we can go? I think what we'll do is we'll plot this. Yeah, we want to get around somehow. So if we get too close, I think his army will come out. You are armed and approaching a castle. If you come in peace, disband your army. If you come with a dark heart, prepare for attack. So let's cut across the field here. Move our army around. Let's see, his army has got ready to try and come and fight us. So we'll go here. And then maybe we can move down and get to like here. Now if I go and get my other army. Let's move this up as a distraction. Don't know what it's doing. They're off the road. Come on, come here. No. Not sure how to cancel its current. Go on, move here. There we go. Then move up here. He's determined to come for us. He's on the move there. So I should have moved this army up first, I think. But he might turn around and come after this one. He's on his way. Right, let's speed this up a little bit. I will fight these brigands, actually. That'll be a fight that we can do. He might get bored and come back. So move along the road. There is a tournament in Cambridge. We're too busy for that. Is he going to come back? No, he's still bumbling about. Attack this unit. Yep. Let's do it. I don't know how large this brigand army is. I don't think it's that big. You're engaged in a field battle. So this is the field battle part of the game. You can choose how you want to start. It doesn't seem to change much, to be honest. We'll choose line battle. Okay, and it's just us against one swordsman. So I believe our knights
Listen up.
are what we want to use against him. So if we click start,
Listen up.
one knight should take out a swordsman. It is quite finicky. You can see his swordsman's going for our halberdier because he knows that one-on-one he will beat him.
Listen up. Listen up. Listen up.
There we go. And we should win this quite easily. It's not great. I think the fights in Lords of the Realm 1 are far better than this, but it is what it is. I think you can just auto resolve these as well. There we go, we won. It's very simple stone, paper, scissors, but controlling your units is not very intuitive. There we go. Okay, we got some shillings for doing that. You've engaged in a battle, right? So I think they must have raised another army. We're probably going to lose this army here. So let's see what they've brought with them. Way more troops than what we've got. Look at this. We might as well just auto all, if that does anything. Maybe it doesn't do anything. We'll hit retreat. And there we go. Run away. Where are we here? Right, we don't want to get... We do not want to... Oh, no. This could be the end of us. This could be the end of us. Battle line. Don't think we've got enough. We might be able to retreat. Yeah, we'll have to retreat. Click start. Retreat. I don't know what the penalty for retreating is, honestly. Alright, take us all the way back to our hometown, actually. Where's he going? Come on, down here. Their armies are distracted now, so we might be able to take them out. Let's go back here. Is he on his way back? Yeah, I think we're faster than him though. Oh no. Oh. He spawned another army just in time to catch us. Yeah, there's no way we can win this. Well, I just have to retreat again. Let's see if I can do a tournament. But if you use 2 armies, you can bait one army out and you can move round with your main one and attack the castle. And if you do that successfully, then once you've taken it, all their armies disappear. Well, where's our home? Do we have... Yeah, what are you doing here? Come on, come over here. Got another army somewhere? No, okay, so the red ones are his armies. What's this red dot up here? That's our town. Don't know why it's red. I wonder... It's a bit confusing because the color I chose is red, but it shows enemy armies on the map as red as well. Here we go. He might be moving in for an attack. Right, our census has gone up. Let's see if we can hire more troops. If I go home. How well are we doing on that front? See, we've only got another 158 serfs, so enough to hire that, and that's it. I'm not sure how, or even if we can hire men from that other village that we took. It might just provide us with income, and we are bringing in like quite a bit of income, but we just don't have the population to build up a decent army yet. Right, let's quit out of here. Maybe we could go to a tournament. We might have lost some productivity. Oh no, we need to build the servants' hall. There we go. We can afford that now. And we probably want to pay the money lender back. We can do that. That might be as simple as just going back to the village and clicking on the money lender.
Ah, I see you have come to make good on... Well,
Yep,
let us
there
see.
we go.
You borrowed 200 shillings at a 50%. Very well.
He did quite well out of that. Outrageous interest rate. But money is no longer an issue. The only problem we have is our population is quite low. See, we do have like 1,000 people here, but this could be it. This could be the end. How many men did he bring to fight? Probably too many. Yeah, too many. He might siege our castle, which it'll be interesting to see how that works. If I just retreat. If we lose the fight that our lord is in, then you lose the game. It's game over. Your lord is considered dead. Is this just... What is this going to keep happening like this? Let's have a look. Oh, I think we lose a unit every time we retreat, maybe. Yeah, we're losing. Yeah, we'll have to retreat. Right, let me lose, and then what we can do is we can get the jousting up by... There we go. We can just do auto all. We can do the practice mechanic on the main menu to try out the jousting. Come on, what are you two doing? it's all over. It didn't go as badly as I thought it would. And that's it. I think we're dead. You were killed in combat. All is lost. History of England. We were resigned to a footnote of the history books. This might give us a score here, I think. Sir Copper of Nottinghamshire, born 1068, died 1086 at the age of 18, married to no one. Sir Copper ruled one fief and amassed significant wealth. His servants and peasants respected him. The church considered him a revered saint. Not bad for only 18 years old. Sir Copper, believed to be an obscure 11th century lesser lord who accomplished nothing noteworthy. Great. That's kind of nice, that little bit of flavour at the end there. Let's try out the jousting. The jousting is obviously very reminiscent of Defender of the Crown. Now, maybe we can't go against an opponent here. Ooh. Missed. Too far right and high. Alright, let's give it another go. This is probably a chivalry, not chivalry, Defender of the Crown. Very similar to Defender of the Crown, where once you figure out what you need to do and how to do it, you'll be absolutely fine. No? It looks like I'm dead on it. Come on. Oh. Going up, up. Too far left and right. Let's try it again. We'll get it eventually. It's not as good as chivalry jousting. Not even chivalry. I keep saying chivalry. Not as good as Defender of the Crown's jousting. Not even close. Too far right and high this time. Okay. Go. Come on. Maybe I need to click to joust it out. It doesn't look anywhere. Doesn't look anywhere near it. Right, here we go. Didn't look like I did anything there. Let's try again. Last time. Last attempt. That time it didn't even move. Starting to see why this game might not have got the best reviews. It's an interesting mix of genres, I guess, but I have no idea how this works. Let's try this. Let's try the melee. Now, I think the melee, you can gamble on that. You can sort of bet on yourself. And this looks like very similar to the castle combat. Ooh. Enemy knight has fallen. See if we can. Okay, we're taking out one of them. I've got two. It's their main leader there with the plume on his helmet. All right, we got another one. All right, I think we got this.
Yes, my liege.
Do we start with? We've got more weapons that we can. Knight sword. Oh, we won. It might give you all the different weapons there to use, maybe. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it there. That was a very quick look at Conqueror AD 1086. I thought it was kind of interesting. It's not particularly good. The best part for me is the first-person combat, running around the castles. That's quite good fun. But the kingdom management seems pretty shallow. It's a shame that most of the buildings you can build are just a bit pointless. There's no point in building them. And it looks like a slow burner. I think you'd want to wait quite a while before you attack an enemy. You need to build up a bit of a much higher population so you can have more armies ready to defend and attack. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.